What's going on, my fellow residents? It's me, TheFrozenCavern, and today I have another discussion video for you guys today. Now today we're going to be talking about Tetsuya Nomura apparently being confident about the 2018 release window. I'll leave a link in the description below for the source that I'm using in case you guys want to go ahead and go to that. Now, of course, as everyone knows, Kingdom Hearts 3 is supposedly coming out in 2018. That is the release window that Square Enix has set. But keep in mind, and I'm trying not to be the negative one here, but someone has to mention it, things can always happen. They could easily get a delay. Now keep in mind, that may just be sounding really negative about it, but keep in mind, a game like Persona 5 for instance, that was supposed to come out in 2014. That came out 3 years later. And then a game that Square Enix has done, Final Fantasy 15, granted that was only like a month difference, but at the same time, the game still wasn't finished at the time. And then they also had to have story stuff that was in DLC, which you then also had to pay for. So, again, I may just be sounding negative about the whole thing, but just keep that in mind. Now, apparently Tetsuya Nomura, or just really everyone at Square in general, had the idea for the 2018 release window. They don't really know when they had the idea for that, but they kind of knew how long the actual development process would be. And there are some factors that did end up changing some things, like for instance they had to change through the Unreal Engine 4, which also explained some of the reasons why they were struggling a little bit. It wasn't actually like any form of like personnel issues, it was more just them working with Unreal Engine 4, which makes perfect sense. I mean, you're using a new program. Like when it came from me, from having to switch from GIMP to Photoshop, I didn't immediately switch to it in like a day and just immediately started using it. It took me like maybe like what, 2 weeks or something like that to actually understand how Photoshop worked. So I can definitely understand what they're going through in terms of the whole engine situation. Now keep in mind there are also other situations that Tetsuya Nomura just can't control. Now of course Tetsuya Nomura is feeling some pressure when it comes to everyone's expectations for Kingdom Hearts 3, because everyone's expecting this game to come out to be like the best Kingdom Hearts game of all time. And yes, while this is somewhat pressuring him, his original plans and all that for the game will still be there. And not only that, but he also said that there will be fewer chances for there to be like last minute changes or trial and error things, which the second part definitely concerns me a little bit, because if you're not able to do trial and errors, I'm hoping you release some kind of like demo or something. That way we're able to get like a little bit of a taste of the game and give our feedback. Because if you're not going to do that, then it's going to be the same situation as Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5, where you put out the game and then people played it, and then really only a select few people actually like commented on the problems. Granted, you guys did fix it, however, at the same time, these issues shouldn't really be there in the first place, or at least a good majority of them shouldn't. But anyways, that's going to be it for this discussion video. Tetsuya Nomura seems to be very confident in the whole 2018 release window decision, but right now a lot of people are just hoping that stands out, and I am also one of those people who are hoping that that stands out. I know I said all that stuff in the beginning about the whole, games can be delayed thing, but you just have to keep it in your mind that this stuff can happen, and there are situations that maybe Square Enix can't really control where it causes the game to get delayed. But let me know what you guys think about all this. Do you think that the 2018 release year is really going to actually happen, or do you think it will be delayed? If you enjoyed, don't forget to like and subscribe for more video game content, and until next video, take care.